Hello everyone, it's Mrs. Yole, and we are going to be working on math today, so make sure you have all of your stuff ready to go. You should have a pencil, something to write on, or a whiteboard, because we're going to be going through this lesson together. And this lesson is called Converting Units of Mass. It's going to look a little different than it did in the classroom, but I'm going to try as hard as I can to sort of make it as similar to the classroom as possible. Alrighty, so let's take a look at this anchor task together. And it says, explain why Robert is wrong. So right away, looking at the scale, I see that there are 6 coins and they equal 60 grams. And Robert's pointing and saying that this is 6/10 of a kilogram. So I'm going to start by just dating this page here. It's April 1st. This is chapter 9, lesson 7. And what Robert is saying is that 60 grams is equal to 0.6 kilograms. Now, we want to know why he's wrong. Now, if you think you can explain why he's wrong, go ahead and pause this now and do the work on your own. And then you can kind of fast forward through the remaining part of the lesson until we get into our guided practice. If you're not quite sure, stick along with me and I will help you figure it out. Now, the book is telling us that this is wrong. It's not correct. And so what I'm trying to figure out is how many kilograms 60 grams is equal to. Because that's not going to change. That's what's over here on this scale, and that's what I'm trying to figure out. So that's not going anywhere. So now, in order to convert 60 grams into kilograms, I got to think back to my handy dandy staircase that we worked so much with before we left for break. And that's when we got on our stairs and we said, King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And this letter here, base, is very important. Now, before we left for break, when we were working with our base, we were working with meters. But this question isn't working with meters, so we're going to have a new base. What do you think the new base is? The new base is going to be grams. Okay, so we're starting here in grams and we're going to kilograms. So we're going to K to kilograms. So we're going 1, 2, 3 steps to the left. Right, so we're going 3 place values to the left. So I'm going to come over here, put my decimal point in, and I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 place values to the left. So it's 0.06. So now it's really that 60 grams is equal to 6/100ths of a kilogram. So that is why Robert is wrong. So now if you go through the textbook and you take a look at the Let's Learn section, they have a model to represent 10 grams and all these different kilograms to show you how the problem or the number actually breaks down smaller and smaller and smaller. If you turn now to page 42 and let's take a look at the guided practice together, I want you to pause the video really quick and go through number 1 and 2 in the guided practice. And number 1 says you're writing the mass, and so all you're doing is continue to convert the grams to kilograms. And then number 2, same thing. You actually have to read this scale. So we'll do our best for number 2. I'm going to continue working through these problems here on this recording. And once you have solved your work, and you can either come back and double check your work with me, or if you're confused, then you can continue to follow along. So number 1 has a picture of some coins again, and it's 50 grams is equal to blank kilograms. So same thing, I'm going to put my handy dandy staircase, right? King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. King Henry died by drinking chocolate milk. And here's my base for grams this time. And again, I'm going from grams, 1, 2, 3, to kilograms, 3 to the left. I'm going to start over here. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3. This is 0.05 kilograms. So clearly a kilogram is a lot smaller, right? Almost 1,000 times, or I'm sorry, bigger. It's 1,000 times bigger than a gram. So for B, the cereal box, 1B, the first one was 1A, it's 30 grams is equal to blank kilograms. So I learned in the one above, I had to go 3 units to the left. So I'm going to do that again. I'm going to go 1, 2, 3 units to the left. And my answer is going to be 0.03. So now let's take a look at number 2. And number 2 is trickier because we actually have to read. We have to make sure that we're reading the scale. And when I read the scale for number 2, it's pointing to 400 grams. So I have 400 grams is equal to how many kilograms? So I'm still going from my base of grams up here, 3 place values over to the left. So I'm still going to start here, and I'm going to switch my colors. 1, 2, 3. So now it's at 4/10 of a kilogram. And for, I keep messing, that was 2A, and then for 2B, I'm going to come over here. And this one is a little trickier. I got to zoom in a little bit more. So it's between 500 and 600. And if I'm counting closely, I'm counting 1, 2, 3, 4. It's 5. It's 5 little dashes. So it's going from 500 to 600. And there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 dashes. So I have to figure out here, what is each one of these benchmarks going to be equal to? Well, if I count by 10, it's going to be 510, 520, 530, 540, 550. That won't work. What if I count by 20? 520, 540, 560, 580, 600. That works. So now when I'm looking back at the scale, it's pointing to it's pointing to the second one. So that would be 560 grams is equal to, I'm going to remember that it's 3 place values over again. So it's going to be 1, 2, 3. So it's going to be 5/56 of a kilogram. I want you to go ahead now and continue to practice converting your kilograms and your grams and kilograms by doing pages 24 and 25 in your math workbook. When you finish doing the activities on page 24 and 25, you're going to log into MySA, and there's going to be a couple questions on there for you to plug in the answers to check your answers on MySA. Have a good night, and I will see you next time for lesson 8. Bye-bye.